Welcome to Global News 365, bringing you the top international stories that matter to millions around the world. Tonight, we begin with a major development in the electric vehicle industry, one that could reshape how cities plan their future and how rideshare drivers earn their living. For years, electric cars were seen as too expensive for the average driver, but that's changing. Uber Technologies, the world's leading ride-hailing platform, has revealed something groundbreaking. After 4 years of surveying its drivers in the US and UK, Uber says cost is no longer the biggest barrier to switching to electric vehicles. That's right, price is no longer the problem. The number one issue today is something else, something far more complicated. It's access to charging. As EV prices drop thanks to better battery technology and government incentives, a new roadblock has appeared, and it's one that's slowing down the global shift to clean transportation. Drivers are asking, where can I charge my vehicle? How long will it take? And how will that affect my workday? The truth is, most Uber drivers, the people moving millions of passengers across cities every day, simply don't have access to home chargers. In the US, just over a third of Uber's EV drivers have a charger at home. In the UK, that number drops to 27%. In the Netherlands, it's only 13%. That means the vast majority are relying entirely on public charging networks, and those networks are often overused, undermaintained, and unevenly distributed. Imagine spending hours behind the wheel only to spend more time finding a working charger. For a gig economy driver, that's lost time, lost income, lost trips. It's no surprise this has become the top concern for drivers. But Uber is taking action, and it's doing it with a bold new strategy and a powerful new hire. Rebecca Tanucci, the former head of charging infrastructure at Tesla, is now leading Uber's global electrification efforts. And she's moving quickly. Just 9 months into the job, Tanucci has already helped Uber launch a major initiative to address charging challenges head-on. The company has partnered with 3 major cities, London, Boston, and Phoenix, to expand charging access for over 55,000 drivers. And that's just the beginning. Uber is also rolling out a new tool, the Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Estimator. It uses real-time trip data from drivers to help city governments figure out exactly where they need to build chargers. Not just somewhere on the map, but in locations where EV demand is rising, where driver density is high, and where charging gaps are slowing down progress. This tool will be deployed in 40 cities worldwide, representing nearly 60% of Uber's EV driver base. That's a huge leap forward in using data to drive smarter urban planning. And this isn't just theory, it's already working. 3 years ago, Uber invested £5 million in London to install 700 EV chargers across the city. In the borough of Newham, those chargers are now being used at more than double the national average. That's real-world evidence that when you build smart, you charge smart. But the importance of this effort goes beyond Uber and far beyond individual drivers. This is about the future of cities. Rideshare vehicles account for a significant portion of urban traffic. If they go electric, it has a direct impact on air pollution, noise levels, and climate emissions. Countries like the United States and the United Kingdom have made bold climate commitments. But they can't meet those goals without tackling transportation, one of the largest sources of carbon emissions. And that means solving the charging problem is no longer optional, it's urgent. Uber is positioning itself as a key player in that solution. By leveraging its vast network of drivers and data, the company can help governments understand where infrastructure is needed most. And in doing so, it can help speed up the shift to clean mobility, not just for its platform, but for cities as a whole. Rebecca Tanucci said it best. At Tesla, she was focused on one brand. At Uber, she sees a chance to impact the entire ecosystem. Different cars, different regions, different challenges, but one mission: build a charging network that actually works. And that mission has never been more important. because while the cars are ready and the prices are falling, the infrastructure still needs to catch up. The winners in this race will be the cities that move fastest to build charging networks that match driver demand. So what happens next? That depends on how quickly governments, energy companies, and city planners respond. The technology is here, the drivers are willing, and Uber is laying out a model that could transform how we think about EV infrastructure globally. This is no longer just a question of convenience, it's a question of progress.